Welcome to another week of learning my full HTML course. So we're on week 5 already, and in this lesson we're going to be doing the rest of the HTML formatting tags, HTML text formatting part 2. So let's take a look at our first tag today, the U tag, and this is used to highlight unarticulated text from normal text, such as misspelled words. So any text you wish to underline to highlight an error, you use the U tag. So simply, if we just stick in, actually if we start using the P tag first, so let's put the door was closed and the cat was playing. Okay, let's do that. So the door was closed and the cat was playing, which is absolutely fine. But let's say whatever type of document you're creating and you want to highlight that you've misspelt something. So let's just type the E out of there. Okay, so it doesn't really show a lot, but you use a U tag place that in there and get rid of it aside, so it's inside the. So use the U tag inside the P element to highlight the word that you want to misspell on purpose. Obviously, we know we're doing this, but for the type of document you're creating, you might need to highlight this. And you might be doing an educational document. So if we save this, so then you'll see in the browser the word we've misspelled. So to highlight it to the user and for, as I said previously, the screen readers as well, it will underline the word that you place within the U tag. So there are purposes you'd use that for, but again, it's not one you can use often, depends on the type of document websites you're creating. So let's move on to the Q tag, which defines a short quotation. So any quotations used in your HTML document should be placed within the document using the Q tag. Browsers usually put the quotation marks around the quotation. You should use the block quote tag if you're using long quotations, which we'll come to that later in this lesson. But for short quotations, you will use the Q tag. Okay. As I've said previously with a lot of these tags, you could just go other ways of doing this, but I'm trying to get through to people that when you create big websites and you want to do this as a job for another company, you need to do it professionally, and you need to be doing it for people using screen readers, for the best search engine results and things like this. Search engines will use certain things within or search your document looking for certain things you put in it, for like quotations and things like that. If you don't highlight it in the quotation tags, the browser won't find it. So if someone's looking for something to do, we're going to do an example with Martin Luther King now. But if someone's searching for Martin Luther King, if we don't use the quotation tags and stuff, the browsers aren't searching for stuff. Say like if they're looking for quotes and things. So all these formatting tags we're using may seem a little tedious sometimes, but if you're creating a professional website and you're working for going to end up working for a company, you need to be getting used to automatically using some of these formatting tags. If you're not, if you're just doing a hobby, whatever, you can just do it any way you want. But there's a difference. And one of the reasons when I was started learning coding. So let's open and use a P tag. So as I said, we're going to do So let's put Martin Luther King Jr. once said, I have a dream. Okay, so if you've got a browser, it's just a paragraph test. Martin Luther King once said, I have a dream. So if we then take what he actually said, which is the quotation, I have a dream, let's place it in the Q tag. Let's just cut that out. Actually place it in the Q tag. Okay. So one thing you'll notice as well, we're doing a lot of these things can go inside the paragraph tag. So they're nested tags, basically, as we'll get used to calling them. So I've created a paragraph tag, Martin Luther King Jr. once said, I have a dream, and placed the I have a dream in quotations. And as you can see in the browser now, it's saying that, but it is placed actual quotation with the speech quotes, I have a dream. Okay, so any quotations, use a Q tag and it'll place it within those things for you. So that is the quotations. We're now moving on to the ABR tag, which defines an acronym or an abbreviation in your HTML code document. You should use the global title attribute to show the description for the abbreviation when you place the mouse over it. Okay, so let's start off with a P tag. We use HTML to create content in our web pages. Okay, so we'll create that. So we use HTML to create content in web pages. Someone's going, well, what's HTML? So in our code, we get the HTML and we'll put the ABR tag, and then we'll use the title attribute, and what that does, we can put hyper text markup language, yep, and then HTML actually go, the attachment goes in between the content of the ABR tag. So we've still got the paragraph tag which said we use, and it will put also HTML on the screen, but because you've got it in between the ABR tag, it will do something a bit different to create content on the page. And if I just say put that, so the difference is now that you can see it's sort of got this wiggly underlying thing in HTML, and that's just indicating to the user that there's something special and home, and hopefully they'll hover the mouse over it. And then because we've used the title attribute within the ABR tag, and the text, we give it a title, and the text is type hypertext markup language. So they can get the abbreviation by hovering over the HTML word, wait a few seconds, and then there's a text box that pops up to give the full description of HTML. Okay, this is probably something you'll use quite a bit because there's a lot of words out there that are shortened, so that will just help in your document to make it user friendly. So that is the ABR tag. We're going to move on to the address tag now, and this is for contact information from the author, owner of the document or article in the document. The contact information can be an address, the email address, a URL, a phone number, social media information, etc. The text in the address section of the browser may show in italics in some browsers. Also, a line break before and after the address tag will be placed by some browsers. So, okay then. So let's just create the address tag, and then in the content, we'll say that we'll put someone's information. I'm just making this up. Okay, so written by Terry Holmes. I'm sorry if Terry Holmes actually exists. I use a 45 Winter Walk, London, LD 948. Let's say his web address is actually terryholmes.com. Okay, so in this address bar we've created hopefully some fake person that doesn't live at 45 Winter Walk in London, and he actually has a web page. So hopefully he doesn't exist. But obviously he should exist, and in the web pages you'll be creating people that do exist. The documentation for the article you're using in there, or you've used from somebody else that's given you permission, you can then give their information so people can find out more about the article and where it's come from. So if I save that, so straight away, you can see straight away it's gone straight across the page. Addresses, the information like this is better in the list thing. So what you can do is put that BR tag we've used in previous formatting lesson. And there you go. So you can also see now it's a lot better presented. It's left a space at the top, and it will leave a space at the bottom if we add anything else. And it's obviously in italics as well, just to highlight it a bit better. So that is the address tag. So let's come on to so we did the Q tag earlier. We're going to use the block quote tag, and this is used for quotations from another source. The Q tag should be used for short quotations, as I said previously. Most browsers will render the text indented. So this, if we just I'm just going to create a little paragraph here so you can see the difference. I'm going to put this is a quote from my website. Okay. And then I'm going to put block quote. I'm going to open that. And I'm just going to copy and paste this quote in. So anyone can learn coding with just a small amount of motivation. Learning resources can teach coding to anybody as long as they are engaged in motivating learning resources. Yeah, something I placed in my web page. It may not be there when you're looking for it now, but it might be. But this is something, one of the things that I've tried to motivate my coding lessons on. So if we save that, so you can see where the P tag is printed on screen. So block quote again has left a space above, and it will leave a space underneath, and it's obviously slightly indented to stand out, and then the quote obviously is displayed on the browser. So any quotes, block quotes that you've got which aren't short, you use a block quote using the browser like so. So I'm not dwelling on too much to do with this formatting text because it's basically straightforward. They are what they are. I've told you the reasons for using them. We're now going to move on to the site tag. The site tag defines the title of a piece of work, for example, a poem, book, movie, statue, etc. In most browsers, site tag will display the information in its content in italic. This is not the name of the piece, the name of the person who's created the work. This is the name of a piece of work. So let's take, for example, we're going to take the picture of Mona Lisa that was painted by Leonardo da Vinci. So it's not Leonardo da Vinci, the piece of work is actually called Mona Lisa. So it's the Mona Lisa that will go in the site tag content. So if we start by doing this, so we'll put the Mona Lisa was painted by Leonardo da Vinci. Okay, take a look at that. So straight away it just displays Mona Lisa painted by Leonardo da Vinci. So as before, the site tag goes round the Mona Lisa. So if I just put that in, the Mona Lisa goes in inside the site, because that is the actual name of the piece of work we're talking about. So if we save that, so now in the browser, it's still got the Mona Lisa was. So I should make that lowercase. So the Mona Lisa was painted by Leonardo da Vinci, but as you can see, the actual name of the painting is gone italicized, so you get drawn to what it is. And also, as I said before, screen readers, search engines and stuff. If you're looking for things to do with Mona Lisa, that will pop up and help your web page get noticed in the World Wide Web. So that's the site tag. So I'm just looking at my list, see what else we need to. So the next tag is the video tag, and it is used to override the current text direction in the browser. By default, text on your browser goes from left to right. You can use the dir attribute in the DBO opening tag to set the text direction. So, I mean, I've never had any purpose to use this in my web pages yet, but you may have reason to use it in yours, but we're going to learn it anyway, as I said before. So let's just create a key tag to start with, and let's just put I'm going to copy so this text has been reversed using the bow, as you know, so it hasn't. But if I put in, so yeah, so put that in for now. So if I now change p tag, that will just display straightforward, but hasn't been reversed obviously yet. So if I change this p tag and we use the BDO, which obviously is the bidirectional override tag, and then we're going to set the attribute dir, which is obviously short for direction, and then we're going to, obviously left to right's normal, so we're going to send it right to left, and then we need to just put, change that to the closing tag. So if I put that in now, so it's obviously changed it now, so you can just about see that backwards this text has been reversed. using the bidirectional override tag. So you can see that for whatever reason, if you're trying to do a quiz or something, what does it say? Well, I don't know what else you'd use it for, but that's what that tag will do. So it just reverses the contents and it uses the right to left instead of default left to right. So that is that one. So that's the BDR. Now the DFN, or definition tag, is used when a term is used and is going to be defined within the content. The DFN tag contents will be shown in italics in most browsers. So if we use the P tag and then so we'll open the DFN, and then DFN I'm going to use HTML again. So then I'm going to put is the standard markup language for creating web pages. So HTML is the standard markup language for creating web pages, and the DFN tag is obviously italicized the HTML, so it stands out a little bit. As I said before, it just says the user's tag when you're actually also including what the actual tag actually is. So the HTML is the standard markup language for creating web pages. So you just have to remember that you have to include a description of what that tag actually is, and that's how you use that one. Straightforward. So these are straightforward. Don't overthink them. They're not as, if you're thinking these are complicated, they're really not. They're just straightforward ways that you do certain things in your browser. And now we're going to move on to the time tag, which defines the date time or even time. We are open, and we put the time in. So say we're open 9 o'clock in the morning. We open it. Close that tag off. Again. So we open at 900 hours. So the time goes in between the time opening and closing tag. And we do 2, and then put another time in. And let's say 1600 hours. And then we're just going to put every day we're open. So if I display that, so we're open 900 hours to 1600 hours every day. So if you're declaring a time, it's obviously just stands out a little bit bigger. If I just get rid of the time on this one, then it doesn't display any different. But obviously the screen readers, the browsers, search engines, etc. Obviously it's easier for it to find the times. So there you go. So that's the time. So any time, dates can go in the time tag as well. That's the time tag. And then we're going to now look at the S tag, which specifies any text that is no longer correct or relevant. The text in the browser will be displayed with a line through it. Do not get confused with the delete tag. The S tag is used for when items are sold out or price has changed. Do not get confused with the delete tag. So this is totally different to the delete tag. This represents something totally different. So for example, if we say, so if in your web page you've got you previously advertised there are 20 tickets remaining for tomorrow's show. And then obviously later in the day you sold all them tickets, so then you can put under all tickets are now sold out. So obviously just like that. So, but obviously now that all the tickets are sold out, this obviously is not relevant now. So rather than delete it out, because this obviously was a previous true item, we can use the S tag and then move the closing tag to the end. So when I update that, you can see there were 20 remaining for the show. Obviously that's not true anymore, so they've sold out, so you cross it out, and underneath we put all tickets now sold out, just to represent what that is crossed out for. You see this a lot in shops, obviously online web pages for shops, events, advertising shows and stuff, where things will be crossed out when the show's sold out. So that is to represent that type of thing and not something that has been deleted. Okay, so that is what you use the S tag. And then we're going to do the WBR, which is our last tag we're going to look at now. It's the last of the formatting tags. So WR, or word break opportunity tag, specifies in the text when you would like it to add a line break. When you use the long word, the browser might break it the wrong way. So this is like different screens are different sizes. Some will fit in a massive lot of text along, but if you're on small devices, obviously it's not fitting so much in a line. So rather than let the browser decide where it puts the line break in, you can do it, just sort of define that this is where you think it should go if it needs to break up a word. So I'm going to take I'm going to use a very long word in this example, so let's start the station in Wales. Okay, so this long word here, obviously it's my editor's moved it down, but it will carry on from there in the browser. So that's the massive long word, the station name. So if I do that on the screen, so the station in Wales, station name is blah 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 blah. But say, so it's actually try not to write the whole thing on there. But for some instance, I mean this looks fairly good, but just to show you what the BR tag. So let's say I want it to actually do the line break in the middle of the station word, which I don't know why you'd want to, but just for this example. So you can see an example now that it's actually written a station in Wales in the United Kingdom with the very long station name, and it's put most of the station name now on the same line. Because I obviously suggested the line break comes at actually this point. This is where I've got it in the HTML document after this OBW and after the OBW. So then it's said, okay, I can't fit that in the line. You're suggesting I break it there, and it's brought it down here instead. But that is an example of what that does. So you're suggesting where it does the line break if it needs to. So if the screen was longer, if I expand, just shorten this and expand this. So if you could fit it on, it won't take your suggestion. It only takes your suggestion when it starts going off the screen. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If I could ask a favour to help support this new channel, that you hit that subscribe button and then select all on the bell for future videos that are coming out. And then I'd appreciate if you also hit the like button. This will help the channel grow, and then I shall carry on doing videos as I know they're being watched and appreciated. And then can you also check out the website that I'm just briefly going to show you. So this is the website that I've created to help with this course. You obviously see it's BF Creations. I haven't completely finished this website yet, so there's no login or join at the moment, but this is the first course I've created, which is HTML5. And if you scroll down a bit, you'll see future videos coming up and courses that are starting and what's available at the moment. But down in the download section, you'll see that there are some download sheets. And simply for each one, you just click on the download and it will appear up in the corner, and it will download to your PC or laptop or whatever you're using. These are just some PDF documents I've created to go with this course. You've got the category tag sheet that we cover. That's also the tag sheet in alphabetical order, and you've got the tag sheet, attribute sheet to go with the tags. And then the last one is the HTML course file. So at the end of each lesson, the HTML code that we've used is available at the end of each course and lesson we've done. You click the download one, that will download all the different lessons we've covered and the actual on-screen code that I've used to help you follow that. So I hope these are helpful. Leave comments in the videos as well so I can make improvements. Tell me what you think. Hope it's all been easy to follow and I appreciate it. Thanks for watching this video, and I shall see you in the next one. On this course, they are released every Tuesday evening, so hopefully you'll follow along, and clicking that bell will help get notifications of that. So thank you very much, and thank you for watching.